Hi, this is Cyberpunk Founder, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, our show listing is in the description down below with the cyberpunk.com website. It's on the first page, so if you'd like to find out when our live shows are, it's all listed there with the links, so you don't have to fumble around. So with that said, let's get started with the show for today. And we're looking at the BlackRock's favorite coins. If you've been following the stories of the BlackRock ETF for Bitcoin, and now they're going to be doing one for Ethereum, and probably some others going on very, very soon. There was a video I was watching on many of the coins that they've been really putting their weight behind and putting their finances into. And we're going to look at those a little bit as we move along. So of course, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, USdc, and polkadot, and AAVE. So those are the coins that they're really putting a lot of effort into and a lot of finances into. So might be a very good indicator of something that we should be looking into, because we know that they are the money makers and they are going to be the ones moving the market into new highs and bringing on the new system, which we've discussed here a long, long time ago. And that was first brought up by Bitcoin Ben about 6 years ago, that he was talking about many of the cryptocurrencies that are going to be running the new system moving forward. And everything is going to be tokenized. And that was 5-6 years ago that he had said that, and then his channel disappeared. Because I think he said something that he shouldn't have been saying at that period of time, so they shut him down. So the coins that he was saying in that one particular video was Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, okay, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Chainlink, okay? So those were the coins that everything was going to be built upon, or the new system was going to be built upon. And if you're part of our Discord, make sure you join that down below. I put up a poster map of how all of the different the new system is going to be working together. And it was just a small portion of it. It goes on for miles on how they're going to be putting all the old system onto the new blockchain system. So, and of course, somebody's already asking about XRP. Actually, two questions on the board here. XRP had already done a successful transfer of money on top of the old SWIFT system the other day. And as I've stated before, and I already know this, that many of the Canadian banks are already got XRP built into their system. Okay, so they can run. And that was 4 or 5 years ago that I heard about that from a gentleman that we used to come to the Bitcoin meetings here in Winnipeg. He was one of the programmers that was doing that. So this has been something that they've been working on for quite some time, the new system, because they know the old system is dying. Okay, we're in the middle of it. This is why a loaf of bread is $5-6 at the shopping center. If you go shopping, you're starting to realize your money doesn't go as far as it needs to, or used to. Okay, so that is the sure sign of everything turning around. And as Larry Fink from BlackRock was saying in an interview, that everything will be tokenized. And this is part of how they're going to be doing that. Okay, so let's look at the first one. with Bitcoin, of course, the king of cryptos. If you don't have any Bitcoin, you might want to consider getting some. You don't need a full coin. You can get as much or as little as you can. Not financial advice, of course. But let's throw some cards down for the Bitcoin for the next little while. I'm thinking that the health of Bitcoin is very, very good. It's going to be doing very, very good for the next couple months, especially for the next 12 months, as the old system is starting to collapse around us. And there's very good indicators for that. Everybody's going to start to, money is going to start to rush into Bitcoin and many of the other cryptocurrencies out there. Financially, I think it's going to be doing okay. I think there's going to be a little bit of a drop coming up, as we've all been saying, but it's nothing huge. Okay, might be a little bit of a one as soon as the Christmas season comes, maybe a little after the Christmas season, for that old system to start to fall apart at the seams. And I'm thinking that's when it's going to be really, really showing all that stuff going on behind the scenes with the banking industry and the cash system and all that sort of thing. And of course, the people behind the scenes and all that sort of thing are doing all that they can to bring this new system in order for all of us to flip over. And I bet you most people will not realize that everything is flipped over to the XRP blockchain. Your old debit card, you go to the machine, you go beep. It's going to be running on top of that XRP blockchain in a good fashion. Not exactly excited about that prospect, but that's the way it's going to be for the next little while. Okay, or for a long, long time. So let's look at the next one, which is Ethereum. And we've all heard that they're going to be wanting a Ethereum ETF, and that's already on the, they're in discussions right now about Bitcoin. And probably the next thing will be the Ethereum ETFs in the United States, because they know the new system. Okay, and this is why they're doing certain things at certain times, because they already know what we've already been talking about for quite some time of the new system. Okay, and Ethereum is going to be a huge part of that moving forward. So if you don't have any Ethereum, again, maybe you should consider getting a little bit of Ethereum in your portfolio. Okay, non-financial advice, of course. And of course, the price of Ethereum is going to be doing a little bit of a dive in the next little while, but not to any great lengths or anything like that. It's not going to be falling down in a ball of fire and all that like people want. But the health is going to be doing very good. We're going to have that peace of mind moving forward with Ethereum. And it's going to be doing very, very well for the next little while. It might have a couple of hiccups in the next little while for programming, that sort of thing, probably because they're trying to turn everything into tokens on top of that blockchain. Might be a little strained in the next little while. Oh, that was the other thing that came up in the news today, that the banks around the world were given a green light to tokenize everything. And they've started that process the other day. So going back to what Larry Fink was saying in that one interview, that everything is going to be tokenized. So the whole financial system is going to be put onto the blockchain in the next little while. And I think that Ethereum may be feeling a bit of a strain as everything falls on top of it. So Ethereum is going to have that little bit of a problem moving forward. But the people behind the scenes are going to be doing everything to keep it going, and they're going to be successful. So expect a little bit of a drop, and everybody's going to be a little bit panicky for the next in the next little bit because of that. But I think it's going to be very, very short period of time. So maybe a very good time to for shopping for a little bit cheaper Ethereum. Okay, but wouldn't be amazing amounts. Okay, let's get into the next one. Sudak, which is an interesting one. I didn't even know this one existed, but they're putting a lot of effort into this one. Oh, that's what it is. It's USDC. The U and the S is changed around, but they've been putting a lot of effort into that one for their.
It's supposed to be USDC?
Yes, USDC. My bad. And they're going to be putting a lot of their DeFi on top of that. Okay, and they've actually got launched two platforms with the balloons going by for doing DeFi onto their system. So USDC, it changed. My word, magic. So it's going to be doing very, very well. We got that happily ever after card there, and of course it's going to be moving cautiously with the price, but I think it's going to go up in a really good fashion for the next little while. And the people behind the scenes are a little bit shaky for the next little while, but I believe they're going to be getting through that in a good point in time for the next little while. Okay, Polkadot, I didn't know that they were getting into, but there's a lot of paperwork out there if you go looking on Google that yes, they are doing the Polkadot thing, and I think Polkadot just partnered with ADA, I think it is, and there's probably a reason for that. So you might want to get a little bit of ADA too for your portfolio moving forward. Polkadot, I think, is going to be doing very, very well. I think with that new news and some new things being put upon Polkadot, I think the price is going to be doing very, very well for the next little while. I think they're going to have a lot of people being changed out with. I think they're more aligned to BlackRock and all that sort of thing. So the people that were there may not have liked the change. And I think there's going to be a little bit of discrepancy there. So they're going to have to change some people out in the next little while just to accommodate the change over to the new system. Okay, so another one you might want to look into moving forward. It's a pretty good price. And of course, the last one that they have some paperwork on out there is AAVE. It's been a fan favorite for quite some time. And the fact that BlackRock is doing a lot of things with it is a pretty good indicator of what's going to be happening with this one as well. So but the cards are not being nice to AAVE. I do like it. I do see some really good possibilities, but for the next little while, I think the health of it is going to be a little in the tank for the next little while. Price is going to be okay, but it's going to be a little clunky in the next little while. And a lot of the people that are working on it are going to be moving elsewhere. Okay, so there's going to be very large changeover of people. I guess people don't like the new ideas. And I think that's what I'm picking up is there's going to be a transfer of people back and forth that aren't liking the new direction of things. Okay, so that is all the coins that I've figured out that BlackRock is looking at right now. So, now of course, XRP is also part of that plan. We have a few questions on that. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, all good coins to look into closely. Okay, let's get into the chat. Flip would like to know, hi Andre and Yvonne, will XRP going down, well, will it go down to 45 cents USD by ending of 2023? Right now it's 82 cents Canadian. I believe I looked. It's a good price. Don't like it necessarily, but it's a good way of making money for the next little while. Looks like the health of that particular situation is not the greatest in the next little while. So it's basically a no for 2023. I don't think it's going to be going down much lower than what it is. Might go down 1 or 2 cents and probably go back up as we're going to be getting into that next bull run coming up very, very quickly. And of course, XRP has been doing a lot of work in the last 30 days on establishing themselves with people, countries, banks, and big finance. Okay, so it's all intertwined. So I believe XRP is not really going to be dropping anytime soon, especially to 45 cents. Okay, thank you for that question. Bentley asks, XRP is still unavailable to buy for New Yorkers. Well, yeah, that's New York. When will we be able to buy on exchanges? Probably not for a while. New York is an oddity, especially in the United States. You might want to take a drive and go elsewhere or use a VPN, because I don't think that's going to be doable for the next 2 to 3 years, as New York's a little behind the times, or they're very hesitant on getting into the new system. Okay, so maybe come to Canada, log in there, or have a friend in Canada do it for you, or do the next state over. But I don't think that those laws are going to be loosening up anytime in New York, even though it's a financial hub of the United States. They're a little behind the times here, so don't expect it anytime soon. Will XRP ever reach those crazy prices that those YouTubers have predicted? Now, there's a lot of predictions out there. My prediction in the next bull run is probably going to be $4 to $5, and that's Canadian. So whatever that is in American money, that's probably where it's going to be at. I saw $10,000. I saw what was it, $250. But that won't be for any time soon. Okay. The XRP blockchain is a lot different than any other blockchain that's out there. It's nothing like Bitcoin. You have to remember, XRP can release coins or retract coins at will. And I believe they want that coin to be pretty even, okay, until certain points. And then they can release coins at will. Okay, so if the price is getting too high, that they figure, okay, they can release coins to keep it at a certain price. That's the difference between XRP and Bitcoin. Okay, thank you for that. Hi, Andre. What do the cards say about X and F next week? It's good. Yeah, it's probably a good short-term thing. I wouldn't be getting into all these funny, weird coins that are coming out, because everybody's going to be trying to capitalize on the next bull run. And living through a couple of bull runs, there's always these coins that crop up and trying to cash out on the bull run, and then they're gone. So it's a short-term thing. But you're asking about next week. Health of it right now is not that bad. Price not going to be going up as high as everybody thought. I think it's going to be a little bit stagnated with everything going on in the cryptocurrency market and around the planet and all that sort of thing. As we've noticed, all the coins were kind of red today. And I think that's going to be what we're going to be facing in the next week or two. Just a little bit of red, then go back up to green, then down to red. And it's going to be those Christmas colors, red and green, for the next little while. I don't think there's going to be any huge spikes until more towards the April. Maybe a little bit at the end of the Christmas season, but more closer to the April. Okay? Thank you for that. Daisy Chains. The job interview did not go well, like you said it would. I went and was honest about my current health issue, but next day I had not got the job. 3 cards, please, on why I did not get it. Did I say you weren't going to get it?
Well, she asked if she should take the job, and you said yes.
Okay.
So.
You might be seen as a liability, unfortunately, by employers, right? Because you got this health issue that's going to be cropping up. So, being a boss myself, I might look at that as something that would be problematic for hiring you. I think it would be one of those "don't call us, we'll call you" kind of situations, unfortunately. But I'm thinking that you're going to be turning it into something good, and you're going to be getting some other knowledge from this particular situation that you just went through. There's going to be some good job opportunities afterward. And there's going to be some other monies that's going to be coming in that's going to be beneficial to you as well. There's going to be a lot of people helping you out with that in the next little while as you go through your health situation. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a downfall for just about everybody in the next month or so. So there's going to be jobs out there. It's just going to be really tough to get them. Okay? But the experience is perfect for you. Okay? Thank you. Anything that?
You said the employer would be understanding.
Yeah, they are understanding. Just you'd be more of a liability, I guess, in their eyes. Unfortunately. Okay. In the next race, will OMG reach $20? OUS reaches 5. Haven't heard from OMG for a long time. They're supposed to be the big person or the big cryptocurrency coming online. It's going to be beating everything and blah, 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 blah. And this was a couple of years back that we first came across OMG. And then they did nothing, really. Well, they reached $20. No. Unfortunately, because the company behind OMG is a very large um, company that does financing and all that sort of thing. I don't think they can really put it into action with their cryptocurrency system. So they're having a lot of trouble with that situation. And for some reason, they kind of got forgotten about by the mass majority of people that were excited about it back in the day. I think they're going to do bigger and better things, and they might be doing some rebranding in the next little while. So just be aware of that. And so you might have to change out your tokens or whatever in the next little while. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out for that one. UOS. Never heard of it. Another note, the people with this particular project are okay. It's just not going to be getting the health that it needs to reach that high. It may even disappear in the next little while as a cryptocurrency. And the health of it is not that great at the moment. Okay? Thank you for that. Cyberpunk City Price 2024 is a gaming coin on Multiverse X ecosystem. Okay, so this is the video game, I'm assuming.
It's a gaming coin.
Yeah. Because there's the game Cyberpunk 2077, I think it's called. I don't think that a lot of people are coming out with these cryptocurrencies based on multiverse and all this sort of thing. I'm picking up that many of the cryptos are not going to be doing that very, very well. They got to first get a game that everybody's going to be playing. If they can't get a game that's really good and catches people, none of these cryptocurrencies are going to do all that well. And I don't see any particular game that's going to be coming out that everybody's going to be rushing out to get. So many of these coins are not going to do that well because of that. They got to get that killer game. Okay? Or people are going to care. Sorry. Hopefully that answers your question. What was that game what was Chad was playing?
Axie Infinity.
Axie Infinity. That got everybody's attention for a short period of time. I think it's still big. And I think everything's going well. That's on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah.
I think. So they changed us. Another council in the UK has just filed for bankruptcy. 26 are in danger of bankruptcy. Yeah. And this is something that we've talked about before, where a lot of things are not going to go well around the world for different companies and organizations. This is the moment in time when everything is going to change. It's not going to be fun. It's for the next 12 months, expect boo-boo. And that's as much as I'm going to get into that right now. Okay? Thank you for that question. Is KuCoin a good broker? Is the risk of it disappearing with the customers' coins high? I've never dealt with KuCoin, but it has had some problems in the past that I remember. It's been out for a while. And yeah, there is very good indicators that there may be a situation where probably not a good one to get into right now, especially with all the other things going on. It may be squished or squashed by everything else that's going on right now. Okay, so I think you're on the right track there. Thank you for that. Still like AMPL. I've gotten back in. They seem like a really good project. Okay. Ooh, boy. Everything's upside down. AMPL. I think I remember this one from the past. That one that I would really get myself into. Just get the Bitcoin. But you've already gotten back in, all that sort of thing. I'm thinking that it's not going to be doing the best that you're thinking, or a lot of people are thinking. Okay? I think they're going to be going sideways again with many of the things. Okay? So hopefully that helps you. Hi, Andre. Will gold and silver break to the upside in the next few days, weeks? Well, gold went up the other day. Went up by $200. My buddy at work was excited. $200. Is it? That's per ounce. It's what, 2,200 something, and then it dropped. So, but yeah, there's going to be a little breakout with gold and silver in the next little while. I think we're going to be waiting till after April and all that, where everything is going to start to ramp up with gold, silver, cryptos, everything, because a lot of things are going to be going on with the old system, and people are going to be rushing into the new system. And a lot of the things that are going on around the world, especially China and Russia, that used to do their manufacturing of gold and silver for manufacturing, is no longer available here in the Western world. So that's going to create shortages on those items. So that's why prices are going to be going up in the next little while. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. So will this last for 3 years? Improvements by July 2026. I guess that's the bankruptcies?
I guess so. I think so.
Okay. The big brunt of it will probably be about the next 3 to 4 years. It's not going to be fun. Hopefully you got some Bitcoin and some other good cryptocurrencies. Because you need a way out of the old system and into the new system. And the new system is being put together by BlackRock and all of them. Wonderful people. So hopefully you're preparing yourself for that. And I'm thinking that 3 to 4 years to get through all this big mess that we got to get through, and then start to improve incrementally after that. It's going to take generations to get ourselves out of this mess. Okay? 2026 may look a little nicer. I think by 2030, we'll be able to take a nice deep breath and go, oh, geez, that's the worst of it. And then keep improving from there. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. That was the last question. Cool, man. If you like personal reading with me, make sure to go to secretreadingsbyandre.com. The full listing of our show schedule is on the first page as soon as you go to secretreadingsbyandre.com, done by my wonderful wife. She does all the computer stuff or the website stuff. If you like a personal healing with my wonderful wife, she's also a Reiki master with their hot hands when they're not ice cold. But when she's doing her energy work, holy smokes. And she can transmit that across any distance. So if you like a personal healing with my Reiki master wife, all that information is on psychicreadingbyandre.com. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we also have the Treasure cold storage wallet for sale on our affiliates page. And if you should happen to purchase one from there, know that we make a little bit of profit from that. Disclaimers. Got to do that. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.